in the game.
We attacking, better sit back and watch them run. Shotgun, come with the option. Send big blitz, nobody block it. Big win, that's a ring in the watch. Strong in when he come in the slot. Slide in the corner, your nails getting. That's your partner, then your twin getting. All you wanna do is talk, I don't need talk. Big my chest, my head on the block. Feeling like Marco Flock of flame. I put the opposition out the.
It's usually it's usually the away team, but if you don't want to, like, yeah, like, it ain't no pressure.
we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The winner gets a trip to sunny Arizona for Super Bowl 57. The AFC title game is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now it's Herbert. Throw right side, complete to Williams. Shoves him aside, and all the way down to the 22-yard line. So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone, and if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. Fights through, and now a crease.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and very short, Lawrence flush to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there on a catch and run.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Flushed out right. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Yo, Jackrabbit, come on.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now Lawrence, eluding the pressure right. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Play action. It's Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down, as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! A great play there. 29 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the field.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malcolm Brown at 3 bills and some change comes in to drop the hammer. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Off the option, here's Etienne. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne from 3 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. Extra point put through by Suckup. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 26.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play action. It's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Dalton Schultz there to make the grab. And the Chargers have made this a 1-score game. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Forced out to his left. He's got a man. It's his fullback. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Donald Parham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
1st and 10 at the
reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. Touchdown! Travis Etienne with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Succop for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Chargers 20.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He'll buy some time right. Room to run past midfield. And Herbert going to slide to a stop, and he has a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Herbert throwing the out route and complete. That's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Herbert back to the air, rolling to his right. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lawrence. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Uchenna in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before the second half. Which one will lift the Lamar Hunt Trophy? To find out, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll hand off here to Eckler, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On Herbert, his third interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Succo. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. Fresh off of 6 the other way, it's Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And you can see in the next-gen stats, that one 62 yards in the air. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Check safety, check safety.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Recon, 132.
Here's Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. From midfield now, Lawrence. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to the ground with Etienne. A first down and more, Etienne. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
One quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Lawrence will throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. Succop's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd down and 3. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Woods. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jaguars' 38-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Herbert sliding out of the pocket. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And Woods has it complete. 7 yards the pick up there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up
Working with a 2nd and 3. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Second down and goal. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Flushed out right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray.
Many more to come, baby.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Lawrence. Able to find Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. 3 yards remain for second down. Back to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. He's back to throw. He'll find ETN out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3. And they'll go again with ETN. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The Charger drive about to get going. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. The Jaguars are Super Bowl bound as we say goodnight, everybody.